Yeah, I'm actually on Jumper Chocolate Bar and Car, which is next to Banana Fart. You know, it's like
Don't say the F word. That you would bring to a desert island, and why?
There are places
I remember all my life. Those some have changed, some oh, not so sensible. Hi everyone, Ree from Mummy of 4 here. Welcome back to my channel. And an emotional video for me because we are filming my eldest son, my biggest baby's interview with a 17-year-old, because by the time you see this, he will be 17, but currently you are 16, going on 17, which makes me feel really, really old. Doesn't it, Johnny? Yes. So you guys have sent in a whole load of questions that I have here for my darling child. Let's get into it, shall we? Should we just get straight into it? Should we dive straight in to the interview with a 17-year-old? First of all, let's start with what's your name, because I know a lot of people, if they haven't seen the last video, may not know your name.
That I exist.
Well, no, they know you exist, but they know you perhaps from your instant guitar channel, or maybe I just referred to you as the teenager because that's kind of become a bit of a running joke. So what's your name, darling?
The teenager.
The teenager, but do you have an actual name?
No.
You know that I gave you at birth?
No. It's Dylan.
It's Dylan. Yes, there we go. Right, so this is Dylan, my biggest baby. Breaking in with some really easy ones, then we're going to get into some of the meatier ones, which we're not allowed to read, by the way, from my iPad. Cheating. He's been asking, what's everyone asked? What's everyone asked? And it's like, you will have to wait and see. No looking.
Anticipation.
No looking. Right, so just to start with, what have you been doing? School, college this year? Just let people know what you've been up to this last year since your last birthday interview.
Well, school-wise, in sixth form now. I do graphic design, photography, media and psychology.
Your plan for immediately after sixth form?
Well, we're talking about possibly doing a couple of months on a Disney cruise, because that's the thing currently.
You are fancying that, aren't you?
So we're going on the Disney cruise in August, aren't we?
We are going on the Disney Magic at Sea UK staycation in August. If you have seen my Mummy of 4 Does Disney channel, there's loads all about that over there, so you can go and binge all of that later.
Plug in.
But you fancied that because why did you fancy that?
It's good money. It's really fun, amazing experience, and also I'm doing music now. And they are looking for musicians. So if I could just play in like the bars and things, that'd be awesome.
That would be amazing. And you wouldn't mind like working in the kids club and things?
Yeah,
would you?
that's
all that kind of thing.
One, yeah.
Performing. There's lots of options. You could audition for lots of different roles. I quite fancy this as an option for you because you're due to start uni otherwise in September 2022, and God, I hope the world is normal by then. But the idea of you being stuck in some dorm room and being isolated there just sounds hideous.
I'd like to.
So I'd rather it be, if you started uni a whole year later, then it gives the world another year to calm down.
I'd like to think that there are going to be people watching this in a couple of years and go, "That sounds horrendous. What are you talking about?"
I hope so.
Where would you be isolated?
I hope no one knows what. I hope you're watching this in the future and you don't know what we're talking about because it's all gone. That would be great. But yeah, I've got some friends. Actually, Sparkle with Sophie. Go and follow her YouTube channel. She's all about talking about the Disney Cruise Line, and she just makes it sound so absolutely amazing. And that they really, really looked after her. So the idea of, I think I'd rather you like doing that if you were having to isolate and being looked after on a ship than being stuck in a dorm room and then they'd feed you and you know so you'd earn some money you wouldn't have to spend, but also it's a good way to travel, isn't it?
If these are the short questions, if you
I know
it's gonna be a long video.
It's gonna be a really long video. Sorry guys, sorry waffling, but yeah. So I quite fancy the idea of you doing that. It also gives us a bit of time to organise things like uni accommodation and stuff because you'd already have your grades in your hands when you're applying. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, I've got two kind of main career paths I want to go down. Currently I'm working on trying to do music for money. Well,
We'll play music for money.
We'll play music for money. I'd like to do something with music, but besides that I'm also going down the route of possibly somewhere in graphic design animation.
You've always been into that, haven't you?
Yeah, just something creative.
Yeah.
Something that won't bore me out of my brains. Next question.
How tall are you?
Taller than you.
I know. No, but look, sit up nicely now. Sit up straight. He looks like, well, like I look like quite a normal height.
It's just my legs.
I know.
All legs.
I'm 5'4", and I think you're 6'1", aren't you?
I don't know.
He's literally like a quite normal sized
more
body.
feet than your feet.
You do have quite big feet, but yeah, you've just got legs for days, really. Legs for days. To the point where it's going to be very difficult to buy your trousers soon. Right.
It is.
Okay, what prompted you to get into guitar? For those of you, just very quickly who don't know, he had a guitar for his 16th birthday, so almost a year ago exactly. What prompted you to get into that?
Well, I've always wanted to play guitar. It's always been like a bit of a, you know, I do little shows and I'd go to the band and I'd always like envy them a bit.
Yeah.
But I never really thought I'd be able to do it. And then just one day, Mum's watching the film Yesterday, which is about the Beatles.
Which is amazing, by the way. If you haven't seen
great
Yesterday,
film.
just go and watch it. It's brilliant.
And there's a scene in Yesterday where he's playing Yesterday to his friends and they don't know what Yesterday is yet, so it's the first time I've ever heard it.
It's because in
they
this
forget.
film,
Yeah.
everyone in the world other than this one guy's forgotten who the Beatles
Just
are.
go watch it.
Just go watch it. It's like, it
it's a great
sounds a
film.
bit weird, but it's amazing.
It is. For those of you who have watched it, I can tell you're nodding along right now, going, yeah, it's a good film.
so good.
But yeah, there's this bit where he's playing Yesterday to these people who've forgotten that the Beatles even exist, and he just picked up the guitar and he's playing it, and I'm like, oh, if only, you know.
They're in a beer garden or something.
They're in a beer garden, and I'm saying that to Mum, and Mum goes, well, why don't you? And I go, well, can I?
Well, because you never really...
I never really asked.
No, you never really said, can I learn to play the guitar, please? Because I would have been like,
Never really
yes.
thought about it.
Yeah. You just thought it was always something that...
Well, there was a phase when I was younger where I tried violin, and it was always a struggle to get me to play the violin because I didn't really enjoy it.
It was like pulling teeth
And after
to make
that-
you practice, which was like strangling a cat.
Well, I thought violin is a difficult instrument.
It's really... Don't take up violin.
But after that, I figured you wouldn't want me playing anything else. So
The violin is probably, I'm sure when like
very
people learn it
enjoyable.
properly, is amazing, but it's painful.
if
It
you
is
don't
painful.
if you don't play it right, it does sound.
And then you hated it, didn't you? And then I was nagging you.
Well, that's because all I could ever play was.
Only worse. Yeah, but the guitar.
Weapon.
Yeah, it was awful. But the guitar, I loved this idea, and I think I just said to you, like, if you want to, why don't you? So that was
It's
just
great
before
fun,
your
to be
birthday,
honest.
wasn't it? So then you had a guitar for your birthday. You had the very first lesson on Zoom because COVID.
I actually haven't had a lesson in person ever.
No, never. So you had your very first lesson on your birthday, and now, I mean, you're pretty darn amazing now. You're pretty darn amazing.
Yeah,
You're
meh.
pretty darn amazing. I'm actually going to
Okay.
get you to pick up your guitar and play some bits and pieces very soon because we have had some requests for some songs. So we're going to get those played for you lovely people very soon. Favourite band or solo artist?
Oh, see, you can't do that to me because I love so much music.
Is it like asking me to pick my favourite child?
I can't. No, it's worse than that. It's like it's like no, it's
'Cause I've only got
impossible.
four.
It's not. Well, I've got so many more than that.
Okay.
I really love lots of classic rock. So anything between the Beatles and Alice Cooper.
Okay. So slightly more specifically then, who inspires you musically?
Probably the Beatles because the storyline behind that, and how big they got, and how amazing their music is,
Yeah.
and how they are debatably some, and also Jimi Hendrix as well, about how he like just the best guitar player all
I
time.
did used to always have the Beatles on, like when you were little, especially when you were really small. I had the Beatles albums in the car. Back when
it's a lot of
CDs were a
childhood
thing.
stuff as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always really loved them. Now you're nearly 17, or you will be 17 by the time the lovely people see this. Are you going to learn to drive?
Yes, I will
Yes.
try. I'll give it a go.
You are going to have a block of lessons for your birthday, aren't you? And we're not going to bother getting a car until you can drive, because I am not teaching you to drive. One thing COVID has taught me is don't teach your children anything.
At the same time, I don't know if, there's nothing wrong with taking a bus. I don't really need a car right now.
No. I mean, I want you to be able to drive, and when you
I
can
wanna
drive,
be
then
able
we'll sort out a car or whatever. But I don't see the point, because I have no intention of taking you out when you're at that stage where you really need to have someone else with brakes. Like, it's not happening. It's just not going to happen. And a car crash waiting to happen. I really struggled learning to drive. Like, it was really, really hard. And obviously, I can drive quite well now, and I've been driving for many, many years. But at the time when I first started, I was like, this is so hard. How can anyone do this? So let me know in the comments. Learn to drive, hard or easy for you? I think some people just like take to it, other people are like me. So what's your dream car?
I don't think about these things.
Oh, Alexa, stop.
Alexa would like to know. In fact, she's telling me.
She has to...
Dream car. I haven't thought of this at all. Okay.
All right then,
One
dream
with-
guitar.
One with wheels. Oh no.
That's not even a question.
That's not even a question.
That is-
Don't even. Oh gosh. Now I would love the Gibson SG, the one that
I'd love an XYZ as well.
the one that it's the one that Agnes Young plays from AC/DC. So that's iconic because it's the Devil one.
That's a very niche question. I just thought you'd get more excited about that question in the car when I was right.
So
Okay. Okay. How has school been for you with COVID?
Surprisingly okay. I mean,
There's been an awful lot.
Well, for example, I take a lot of the creative subjects. For example, graphic design. With graphic design, I have access to. I'm lucky enough to have the access to the softwares at home, and I actually prefer the softwares at home because they're more up to date than the school ones. So from my point of view, I did quite well because I had more time on the right softwares.
Yeah.
And I work pretty well at home because there's this one who is a bit of a she loves the schedule.
One thing I did say when you were picking your A levels is don't pick something. Yeah, don't pick something that you think you should do. Like pick something where you're feeling in flow and you feel passionate about it, because then work doesn't feel so much like work.
If nothing else, I'm going into creative subjects as a job anyway.
Yeah.
Because I hate the idea of doing a job I don't enjoy because I can't do it. I'm one of those people who just cannot work.
But you're never going to do well if it feels like oh, I don't want to do it. And you actually would do like graphic stuff for the hobby anyway, wouldn't you?
Enough boring the people, let's go on.
Okay, sorry, boring the people. Sorry about boring you. What's it like being the eldest?
No, it's right. You know, it's nice.
I too am the eldest.
I want to be the big brother I never had. You know?
I know. I always wanted a big brother too. Sorry, baby.
No, it's alright. But I try to look out for them as best I can. I'd like to think that I'm going to be the kind of person who'll, you know, when they're my age, will come down in the car and take them places, and you know, I'll be the kind of person they tell everything. And
I hope so. I hope that it's
my absolute, all the tea.
It's my absolute dream that you're all close as adults. I'd love that. I would just love it. Okay. If you had an opportunity to work in the music industry, whether in front of the microphone or behind it, what would it be?
I mean, I want to be on stage. That would be amazing.
You are an amazing performer.
To be one of those people who goes up on the stage and plays guitar or sings and stuff. I'd want to do a lot of theatrics as well. I love the theatrics. It's so much fun.
But you are, even like when he was little, everyone would say to me, you've got to get that boy on the stage, because you've always been really...
I've just got no fear.
Yeah.
I don't care what people think.
Growing up you did loads and loads of drama. He was in loads of ads. You were in Doctor Who. You know, you went when you were small, you did loads of that stuff. You kind of only stopped doing all that, all the auditions and things, when it came to like GCSEs, and it was all a bit intense.
I didn't need it at that point. I needed to get on with the other stuff.
So you've always been like amazing at all the drama and stuff. And then you were the lead in We Will Rock You, where I came to watch every performance and loved like a baby through each of them because he was amazing.
Very embarrassing.
It was embarrassing, but I don't care. You were amazing. Oh, questions have gone. Are they back? Are they back? Okay.
There's one with an emoji and it's very scary.
Favourite movie?
Again, you can't do that because I'm such a media head.
Favourite movie at the moment? He's doing media studies.
Graphic design is all about media and stuff. It's all about mishmashing different texts.
You did say that media's ruined media for you.
Media's ruined media for me because I'm walking around like the shops. Like the last time I went to, what was it, Cribs Causeway or something. We were walking around Boots or something, and the back of my head I'm analysing all the adverts. And we actually walked past one for Sauvage, I think it is, by Dior, which is a Johnny Depp advert.
Okay.
The one that Johnny Depp, and we'd already analysed that one, so I was going all over my notes for that. It's like, no!
Wow, all good stuff, all good stuff. Who is someone you look up to? I mean, no one, because you're really tall.
There is one guy, but he's very tall.
Yeah, okay, more like metaphorically.
Well, just like that I know, or just
anyone.
In general?
The question is, who do you look up to? Anyone?
Look up to? People who get places. Mainly in the music industry. I look up to people like that. I look up to some actors, I guess. Just mainly the obvious ones, you know. People like, the Beatles and, the Dire Straits and...
Music-y people.
Mark Knopfler and all that, and, Jimi Hendrix and all that jazz.
And all that jazz.
And all that jazz.
Okay. What's the best gift you've ever been given?
That.
Bring that into frame.
That.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Didn't you name it? Oh no, hang on. Didn't you ask the people of the internet to name it? I asked the
people of the internet to name it, and we settled on Francis.
Because there's a vendor. I need like alliteration like mummy.
I suppose.
Francis
I'd like to think it's also named after the Deadpool villain. That's another thing altogether.
Okay, right. Fine. My iPad has locked me out. Again? What are the questions? I know. What are the questions? What's the best gift you have ever given someone else?
I've given someone else. A gift of my company, obviously.
Obviously.
Oh gosh, I don't know. That's a good question. Next question. Let's have the next one.
The biggest answer in the world. 5 items that you would bring to a desert island, and why? I know. I can predict. Right, I'm going to say... You answer, and then
Right,
I'll
okay.
say what I thought you were going to say.
Okay, so obviously there's my guitar. Next, I would have a generator.
Very sensible.
And then an amp.
Not so sensible. Generator for food and warmth. Nope, for an amp.
Well, we've got 3 items so far. Okay, I've got
Yeah,
another
you could
2.
have got acoustic, and then you could have brought food.
Yeah, wait there. I'm on a desert island. I got this, okay? And then, after that, I would have a phone with an unlimited data plan.
Right.
And... Shut up next. A massive box of Turkish delights.
Right, okay.
Well, what I do then is I call as many people as I can on the phone, and then I just absolutely rock out, and people would be like, "Where's that music coming from?" Oh yes, there must be someone on that island. Should we say hi? And I'll just constantly be singing, "Help!"
Pick up those. Let's have a...
On the desert island, help! Oh gosh, no, that's not people would definitely help me there.
They'd leave you there.
Dying. Help. Need somebody help. Not just anybody help. Need someone to help. I'm on a desert island. I'm dying. I'm living off Turkish delights. I've got about 5 left.
I'm dehydrating because I chose an amp over liquid.
I'm dying of thirst. In a minute, I'm gonna have to melt down my guitar and drink that.
Oh dear, I'm crying.
Oh
dear, right, okay.
They'd come and they'd help me, and I wouldn't be able to hear them.
I thought that you and probably William actually would be like, well, the first thing I'd get is a teleportation device to get off the stupid
Well, I
island.
didn't realise the mystical, non-physical existent things were there, you know, I mean, if it's like that, then
William would like strategize himself off the island. I thought you'd come up with something like that.
I didn't strategize myself up the island, I called for help with a guitar.
And a phone. Take the guitar and a phone.
Well, no, I call the police and they're like, sorry mate, I have no idea where you are. I get what 3 words? I'm like, I'm on level sheep car.
Where's that? It's an app, by the way, that is good actually. She gives you like geography coordinates for anything in the world, anywhere in the world. With words, it's clever.
So you don't go, was that a 7 or a 9? It's like it's a cheap card fox. Yeah, I'm actually on Jumper Chocolate Bar and Car, which is next to Banana Fart. You know, it's like
Don't say the F word.
I get that, and then I've got my guitar as well. It's like I'm done.
You're
I'm off
right.
the island. If it was like that, then I'd just get I'd get like a portal device, and then I'd live on the island and just go get food every now and again. It's great. Time to myself, beautiful weather, my guitar, easy.
That was not a long-winded answer at all.
Nope.
Yeah, our little ones think that the F word is indeed fart. So don't say the F word again. It's really rude, Dylan.
Beep.
Yeah, beep it out. Beep it out. Beep it out. Favourite holiday?
That we've been on.
Yeah, let's go for that we've been on.
Voice break. I don't know. That's a good one. Next question.
You have to answer the questions, otherwise it
X
just
before
finds
you
it.
shut off your
Why?
iPad.
You have to answer the questions, otherwise it's just questions. It's not a Q&A, it's just a Q.
It's just a cue. What's the best holiday I've ever been on? I don't know. We've been on so many good ones.
Have to edit this out. It's very slow. Can you even think
You're
of
gonna have
any?
a change of clothes now.
I know.
Every day.
Can you even think of any holidays we've ever been on? I know it's been a while. We have been on a couple of trips. We went on a couple in May since like the
I
last
can't remember
lockdown.
since before Kiln Park. So.
Right. Okay.
No,
yeah,
I mean,
2019 we did a lot of trips.
I liked France. That was good.
Yeah, that was quite a long time
zip
ago.
lines there and food.
You did enjoy ziplining.
That one was
that
good
was
because
fun.
we had a couple of good things for me there.
Yeah.
And
holiday that you're looking forward to?
Anyway, we're probably very bored of hearing about this.
Okay.
Now, so.
Holiday that you're looking forward to then. Holiday looking forward to.
Cruise, obviously.
The cruise, which is upcoming pretty soon.
That's huge.
More so than Florida?
Yes, yeah, I think so.
Dylan's not a fan of roller coasters, but I've got to say that
I'm excited for Florida, but I'm also
yeah.
very excited to go up to a random thing on the cruise ship and be like, can I have a croissant? And to be like, sure.
Oh, you're looking forward to the unlimited food. Dylan does like food. You wouldn't know it to look at him because he's like this, but you do like your food.
I'm not going to have to eat for a month after that cruise.
No.
I should probably not eat for a month before it.
Just take stretchy trousers.
Oh, yeah, just...
We'll invest in some maternity ones for everybody.
I'll just I'll just swallow some worms before I go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you. Hope no one was eating this dinner.
Never really eating in front of this interview. Go on.
Right. The hardest and most challenging part of being a teenager in today's world.
Oh, so that's the one with the emoji.
That's the one with the emoji. I know. That's a really deep question with a
the hardest,
winky
most
face.
challenging part of being a teenager is the stereotypes around teenagers.
In today's world.
It's walking past an old person and then kind of going, ah. It's like, I'm not gonna bite. No, it's probably just the fact that I can't. I don't have any experience yet, really. I've gotten quite lucky, and where I work, they're quite nice with the wages, and it's quite a taxing job. But
Yeah.
you know,
do you have a job? Is a question. So
I do have a
you
job.
You can segue into that now.
I'll segue into that, and I've got a job. I've got a job as a KP, which is a kitchen porter, which is a glorified dishwasher, and I'm trying to get a job doing music.
Yes,
just doing stuff around the local
But that's
pubs.
more like a self-employed thing.
More a self-employed thing, gig basis.
I'm really pleased you've got a job because I think it's important for teenagers especially to have that experience for a few reasons. It's character building. You learn things from someone that is not us, so I think you're like far more you're far more likely if your boss tells you like don't be late or whatever to listen to that and take it on.
It's almost scary. They can fire me. You're not going to fire me from being
exactly. No, probably not.
The other it's difficult because it's difficult to on a self-employed business basis. Sorry, because I'm a teenager. I lack what's the word?
Knowledge, words, vocabulary,
grammar.
One thing I will say now, I don't know if I've talked about this in other vlogs or things. I saw something online which I thought was genius, but I didn't want to stick to it to the letter. Where they said that my mum's amazing. She took rent off my brother for all these years and he's just gone to move out and buy his first house and she's given it all back to him. So I thought, well, actually that's genius, but I didn't want you to think that I was actually charging you to live here all this time. So
30% of all my wages goes to that.
I tax him 30% of his wages and I'm putting that into a special savings account for him. You've never had that 30% since you started your job, have you?
But
so it's like I tax it at source, the same way you'd have, like I have to put 30% of everything I earn away because I'm self-employed, and then that is for a thing that you need. So for uni or buying a house or car or whatever it is, it might be that's for you. And I think that's easier than you having to be having to put it away because it's too tempting then, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, it's I've got 1 year left at the time of you watching this. If you're watching this on time, I've got 1 year left until I do have to pay taxes.
Yes.
That must make you feel old.
I do feel old. Thank you for that, darling. Nice reminder.
If I'm self-employed, I am going to have to do that myself.
You are. So then if you're used
to
only having 70% of everything you take,
I'll be used to just going, oh, that's tax man. There you go.
Yeah, but then anything you have left at the end of that, stop looking at the questions. Obviously, that is for you, and that is put for you to have for something important.
Indeed.
Okay. Next question that you are not looking at. Stop looking over my shoulder.
Something about cats. Siblings.
What?
It's about siblings, isn't it? It's a siblings one.
Oh, yes, because you've read the question already over my shoulder, which is not hard. Do you like having siblings, and what's your favourite thing about each of them?
Okay, so, as you know, I have 3 siblings. I'm Dylan of 4.
You are Dylan of 4.
The best thing about having siblings is it's not boring.
Or quiet.
It's also the worst thing about having siblings is that it's not boring. But it's loud and it's never eerie. It's entertaining to some extent. Well, I mean, especially when Zara falls down the toilet.
Oh, she'll never forgive you for laughing at that.
She was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
She just went...
And she wasn't even like in pain.
She's stuck like a bee.
She's very clumsy. Before, she jumps around the seats, and
tiny.
Every day we're always like, don't do parkour in the seats, you're gonna fall off. And one day she just did a full cartwheel off the seat and landed on her head. She was fine, but it was funny as heck.
We call her Sonic because like Sonic, like dung 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 dung. Like she's literally like that, isn't she? I don't know if you notice it so much on camera because perhaps I didn't film that bit. I should. She literally boings off things. But yeah, this particular incident, she fell down the toilet and you were crying laughing at her, weren't you? And she was like, "Don't laugh at me." I know.
She's very funny though, and it's someone to talk to, I guess. And it's nice to play with them. They're very cute, so spending time with them is quite nice.
I know you are a good big brother in all fairness. So what's your favourite thing about Will?
Oh, of course I've got to do that. My favorite, what like his best attribute? My favorite thing.
Favorite thing about him?
What's my favorite thing about him? That's a bit of an open question.
Just pick something.
Well, I'm going to say the best thing about each of them then.
Okay.
William is very intelligent. He is very, very intelligent.
He's like rocket scientist intelligent, isn't he?
He's very good with that.
You'd be like, what's this calculation? Allow me to get a calculator. He's like, no need, I have already figured it out in my mind. Let me check it. Correct.
So let me get my calculator. Well, what's that?
Yeah, he's like a human. He's like a brain computer, isn't he?
Zara is a massive little character. We were worried that, well, you were worried, I wasn't worried, I knew she'd be a character. But they were worried that she'd kind of be kicked around a little bit, and that she'd be a bit...
Because Bella's quite a forceful personality.
So you thought. Zara is a very big little character, and, owns the stage a little bit. And Bella is very thoughtful. She's really she like every now and again she just like make cards for the family, and I'm like, what's the occasion? It's because I love you, and I'm like, oh, okay.
She just
you're cute. I love you too. But why?
She's really
very sweet,
and she's very creative.
She's very creative.
She's really
she wants to be an artist when she's
She's like the opposite of me.
I felt so bad though because I'm learning to animate, and part of animating is drawing, so I've got to get good at drawing. So I'm drawing these little cartoon characters, like trying to copy like Danger Mouse and stuff. And Bella sees me and she's like, I can't draw like that. And I'm like, Bella, you're what, 6?
She is 6. She's indeed 6. She's wonderful though, isn't she?
She's brilliant.
They're all wonderful.
Love
they're
her.
all so different. You're all so different.
Yes.
Which is mad really, but yeah, so different. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to achieve?
I want to get someone with music. Which
That's
I don't talk
really
about.
specific,
I don't talk about it much because it's
all right, then
it's part dream, part goal.
Let's rephrase this. What is your dream life? If you could write your dream life, if you could write it down, it would come true. What would it be?
No, this sounds really obvious, but being someone who loves music, I want to be the kind of person. I want to be big in music. I want to write my own stuff. I want to sell my own stuff. I want to go around and do concerts. That's what I'd like to do anyway.
I want Top of the Pops to come back so you can be on it.
Gosh, no. Lip syncing in front of the camera.
Well, yes, I know, it's a dream. Who remembers Top of the Pops, by the way?
Rubbish little stage.
Who remembers Top of the Pops? Let me know in the comments if you like.
Really bad quality cameras.
Old enough to remember Top of the Pops. Okay.
Didn't it feature in the Queen film Bohemian Rhapsody?
Probably.
We talked about that. And,
or probably, as little one said.
In the Freddie was kicking off about it. Being lip synced.
So. If you haven't watched Bohemian Rhapsody, actually, you really love that.
Just watch all the music films.
Just watch
music is creeping into film, and I love it because it's two of my favourite things. Go on.
I know, absolutely. I actually really, really want to go and see In the Heights.
Yeah.
Which is by the Hamilton dude. Although that's probably a bit more musical theatre. You're not fancying that?
I'm not as much musical theatre. I really wanted to watch the Beatles movie. They found loads and loads of hidden Beatles behind the scenes footage of them making all the music in the studio in Abbey Road Studios, and I am
Is that coming out on Disney Plus or in the cinema? I don't know.
Both, I think.
Does anyone know? Anyone know the answer to that? Pop in the comments.
It's very exciting.
Cool, that is exciting. Right, how do you feel about Mummy being a YouTuber?
I think it's probably the best job for you because you're very good at it.
Oh, thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Compliment from my
points. But you've built a business that because you always say you can't leave us. The other three are still at high maintenance stage,
and we don't have a lot. I was going to say a lot. Any really external support for help.
Not even especially during COVID. We can't.
But quite frankly, even COVID wasn't that much of a shock to us because we didn't rely on people. I think if we'd had loads and loads of help, and then obviously that was a real struggle for people that had loads of help, and then that was taken away. But we had to adjust to not having help a long time ago, when you were quite little.
So back to the question.
Right, yeah.
Referring back to the question. I think it's good that you've done that because you've designed yourself the perfect job around your lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, basically,
it works for you.
I wanted to be able to work from home, provide for my children without relying on anyone that I didn't have to rely on, and I felt like, especially since some of them had additional needs, I felt like leaving them in another childcare setting, and as well as just didn't feel like an option for me.
I do feel sorry for you though, because you
thanks.
No, I know. Don't, girl. No, I mean you do a lot of work. You're very hardworking.
Why does that make you feel sorry for me?
Well, because you work very very hard, and you've got a lot on your plate. A lot.
Yeah, I do have a lot on my plate.
And you're non-stop. You make time for us, but what I'm saying is you're very exhausted at the end of the day. You sit down,
I go to bed before you.
Yeah.
Because I have to, because I have to get up. Because by the end of the day, I used to, years ago, work in the evenings after the children had gone to bed. And then when COVID hit and I had to do homeschool and stuff, my brain was gone by the end of the day. So now, obviously, if you've seen lots of my other videos, I get up early, I have an early morning routine. I do a whole block of work before everyone else gets up. It does mean by the end of the day, if I don't go to bed on time, as in before you, I'm on my knees. But that is all due to change. Little Zaza, stop looking at the questions. Little Zaza is going full-time school, which I'm slightly devastated about. Last baby and all that. Stop it. Naughty. In September. So hopefully she'll be able to work during the hours of daylight.
Bored of the rambling.
Like a normal human. And sorry I'm boring you. Right. How would each of your siblings describe you? How would William describe you?
I'm going to get it wrong.
What would William say about you?
William... William's a kind of William called me a C3PO, so I mean, like,
he's a bit of a straight shooter, a bit of a shoot from the hip, take no prisoners.
Have a filter.
No.
And he love him.
No, love him.
Gosh, next question. I don't know.
You don't think you don't know how William would describe you?
I don't know. I feel like it would be something that you go, oh, that's nice.
Like when he describes you as C3PO.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, no. That's the thing. He means well. He just doesn't know how to say it. Yeah. So like he said C3PO because he wanted to be R2D2 and he wanted me to be his companion.
I know. So that's actually quite sweet when he explains it.
So, and he was trying to say I was clever and golden and tall and scaredy, fearful, whatever the word is.
Okay.
A wuss. Anyway. But yeah, I feel like he'd say something like, "Oh, he's nice. I like it when he plays Xbox with me." It's like, "Oh, that's nice. That's what you love me for."
What about Bella? What do you think she'd say about you?
I think she'd say that I'm nice, just nice. Yeah. I don't know though. That's the thing. I'm not. I wouldn't know.
What about Zara?
They're very unpredictable.
Zara,
yeah, also so predictable.
I don't like it when he laughs at me for falling down the toilet.
She'd probably say something like, "I like him, but he says lol instead of LOL." It's like this conversation happened about like a month ago, and I was like,
"Is it LOL dolls?
Is it LOL?" And I'm like, everybody says
little dolls,
lol.
the little dolls. They like.
Everyone says lol. It's laugh out loud lol. And then they were like, it doesn't stand for laugh out loud. It stands for little outrageous littles. And I'm like, what on earth? Surely it makes sense to call them laugh out louds because that is a genuine thing in pop culture. Lol rhymes with doll.
Clearly, the going off on a tangent.
Runs in the family.
Yeah, totes. Okay. If you could go back 10 years, what advice would you give your younger self? Whoa, deep.
Whoa, deep.
That was a deep, deep question.
Shut up. That's what I would say. Shut up.
Oh, no.
No, I'd say learn guitar sooner.
Yeah.
Only learn the songs you enjoy because that worked for me.
You didn't want to. You never did. You didn't do
I refused to sing
grades and scales and stuff.
No, I refuse to learn a song that I won't enjoy playing. And with scales, the only reason I am starting to learn scales now. I learn scales so that I can solo, which is fun. I don't do anything that's not fun because the second it's not fun, I'm going to stop doing it.
You didn't do any Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, blah blah blah.
No. I started with the Beatles, and then I went from the Beatles to Jimi Hendrix. It was a case of I do the songs I enjoy.
Well, grab your guitar.
Grab the guitar. Is that the next question?
Grab the guitar.
Why am I grabbing the guitar?
Play us the first song that you learned to play on the guitar.
Eleanor Rigby.
We did.
It was there are two chords in this song.
You were obsessed with Eleanor Rigby.
It's a great song. I still love the song.
We had Eleanor Rigby. But is that because you played it solidly for a month?
Yes.
Right, let's have it then. Let's have it.
Eleanor Rigby. One second, how much of the song am I playing?
Just a bit.
So, just a little bit.
A sample.
Are you going to sing with me? Can you sing the high bits?
Okay.
Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing a face that she keeps in the jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? Father Mackenzie. Writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near, I look at him working, darning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? harmonize.
Oh,
Look at all the lonely people. Oh, look at all the lonely people. Oh, frick. I don't know this
Just
bit.
do that from...
I never learned that bit. I did for a bit and then I...
Ding, 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 ding. No, you did. That's fine. That's fine. And I totally didn't know what I was supposed to be harmonising, but I think we made it work. I think we made it work. Right, okay. The next one. The song you did loads after that. Yeah, the song you did loads after that was... Oh, I love that one. Who knows what this is?
This one I wanted to learn because it was the second song I ever learned. I spent a whole week religiously doing it.
Just doing that twangy bit.
Right, okay. Okay.
Now,
it's like that. Just like,
this video I think is going out the night before your birthday actually. So if you've got any requests for Dylan, songs to play in his birthday vlog, leave them in the comments and I'll see if I can persuade him. So are you going to play that song that we just said? Do you know what that is?
I'm not singing.
Why?
You do it. Because it's either I met you in the dark. You lit me up. You made me feel as though I wasn't
Okay, enough. I can't go for Okay. Right, another request. In My Life, the Beatles.
Oh, right. Okay, give me your phone. Or
Why?
your iPad. Google the chords because this is the level I'm at now. I can at any point
Google the chords.
Google the chords and just play it just off the top of my head, like off that, just off the chords, not off the top of my head, off the chords.
Okay.
So Google the chords and we will find out. We'll be back after the break. Just please stand by.
Does that mean anything to you?
Show them the
Show the
thing.
good people on the internet. He's looking at this. Does that mean anything to him?
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that, but there are places
I remember all my life. Those some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have been moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've left them all. Twang, 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 twang.
I play that off the thing. What's that?
In all fairness, he hasn't played this before.
And then 9, what's that? Yeah, that's about right.
Amazing. That was so good,
Yeah,
Dills.
so there's that.
See, can you believe you can
D
just do
to
that?
the D minor is immense.
D to D minor. That is immense. Immense.
Orgasmic.
Whatever. Just exactly the way I would
Beautiful.
describe D to
No,
D
it genuinely,
minor.
it is like the way that they do that.
Okay, and now we're gonna go for just your favourite song to play.
My favourite song to play. My favourite song to play by far is just the most gorgeous thing. It's Money for Nothing by the Dire Straits.
And checks for free.
Yeah, well, this one sounds a lot better on electric with some distortion, but play it as
But
best
we'll
I
do
can.
what we can. Very good, darling.
So
Very
that's-
good. We're not having
that's
singing
cool.
with that one though, are we?
No,
no
that
singing with
one's an annoying one
that.
to
Right,
sing
okay, and we're gonna go for an Ed Sheeran now.
Ed Sheeran.
We're gonna go for anything Ed Sheeran.
Anything Ed Sheeran.
Anything Ed
Can I just
Sheeran.
play the latest song I learned, which is just like, Purple Haze. It's easier.
It's easier than
Yeah,
Ed
we can play
Sheeran.
some more Beatles if you want.
We can play some more Beatles.
Well, Ed Sheeran's
Okay,
easy.
right.
It's just.
Would
it's
you
got-
want to prep us an Ed Sheeran for the vlog?
Well, yeah, if you want. I've got Ed Sheeran. It's just they all require capos and I don't have one on me.
Okay. I don't have a caper on me either.
I can do like Day Trip or Lady Madonna or something. 8 days a week. All You Need Is Love, Yellow Submarine, and So Standing
Let
There.
It Be, because that makes me cry.
Oh, it's not. Stop going with the obvious ones. Go with the fun ones. Go with something exciting. Like,
Let It Be.
Lady Madonna.
Let It Be.
Lady Madonna. We're gonna play Lady Madonna.
Because you always listen to Mummy. Will we do Lady... You have to sing it though.
I don't know all the words, but here we go. Lady Madonna, children at your feet. Wonder how you're meant to make ends meet. Lady Madonna, children at your breast. Wonder how you're meant to feed all the rest. Sunday morning, dripping like a suitcase. Sunday morning, dripping like a nun. I don't know all the lyrics to this. See how they run. Lady Madonna, don't know all the words. We're just gonna quit here. Ba, 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 ba.
Well done, darling.
It's a bit higher. I can't sing that.
That was fabulous. Well, leave any requests for songs for Dylan's birthday vlog down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and help me celebrate my baby boy turning 17. If you have liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell to turn on notifications. There are lots more videos to choose from all around me. Choose one and enjoy. Bye!
Was a day trip back.
Or not.
And they